If I'm really digging you and we go out on the first date and it is an absolutely perfect date, I'm down for it.
Why would you bring your friends? You didn't discuss it with me. Oh, maybe I'm bringing 2 friends because I'm like...
2 friends on a date?
People bring as much as 3.
Yeah.
Right there. What you wear, what you say, to the amount of food you order on the first date says a lot about you. What impression do you wish to create? Well, I'm very selective when it comes to honoring dates. 1, for security reasons. 2, you're about to find out. On this episode of Moans and Cuddles, we table the do's and don'ts on a date for an eye-opening conversation. I am Paula Amma Broni. When we come back, the show continues. You're welcome back to Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV. Yeah, I know you missed me, and I missed you too. We just took a break, but we're back bigger and better. Now, for today's discussion, we're looking at the do's and don'ts on a date. A lot of people are getting it wrong. So today, you're going to learn all the in totals, the do's and don'ts, what you need to do when you go on a date. Because some of when you don't do it right, the person will just run away. They'll not even love to have a second date with you or whatever. So to help me to do justice to today's topic, I have with me Zainat Ishaaku, but I love to call her Z or Queen Promise. She's an entertainment journalist and presenter with Amial TV. Z, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. And now we've sandwiched this young man. He's a fashion blogger. His name is Francis Asombuatin, but all of us love to call him Bami Dele. Is that I got it right? Yeah. So where did you get that one from? And I'll bet you
that would be something for another time.
Something for another time. Yeah. But I must say, I like how you are all looking and all that.
Thank you.
But we say dates. Z, I just want to start with you. What has been your biggest turn off on a date? Maybe you went on a date with someone and you just decided this is my first and last. I'll not do again.
Well, I think it had to do with the phone issue. I think a lot of us young people of today, we are so consumed with our phones that even when we are on a social setting, for instance, with a date, you go out with someone and they're on their phone half of the time and you're like, okay, so I just came to be a puppet here. Why are you not talking to me? Why are we not interacting? This is supposed to be a date. Why are you on your phone most of the time? I think that was so far, that has been the biggest turn off for me, the phone issue. Honestly,
we'll be quiet. It doesn't even have to be a date. Yeah. Once we are starting a conversation and you're on your phone, I'm like, dude, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. It's a really big problem now, because I go out often and you go out and a group of young people, you've wasted money, picked an Uber or, fueled your car, you're going out to hang out with a group of your friends, and everyone gets there and everyone is on their phone. Even with friends, I mean, when you meet for the first time, it's understandable. I'm not comfortable with you yet, so I would be on my phone most of the time. If I don't know you, I would simply just sit down quietly. But then as a group of, like friends, you already know each other. Now you've come out to have fun and you're on your phone.
Please put the food down. Right? Put the phone down.
Yeah.
Unless you want to snap the food. You know how to do it.
Well,
down there.
But after that, you just shut it down and put it somewhere.
I think we should start charging. If you go on a date and maybe someone else, the moment I see on your phone, that's
yes. Yeah, I think that would help.
Great. Now, Francis, I know when it comes to you going on a date, in our setting, it's just not normal. Or I just say you don't usually have women asking or initiating the date. So if a woman should pull off, Francis, I want to take you on a date, do you think that it's just too much or it's just fine?
No, it's just fine. We have to spend time with each other. Going on dates doesn't necessarily mean we should go sit out and eat. Or going on dates is supposed to let both of you or whoever it is know you more and you also know the person more. So we can have a date like stay at home, order food or something, like it's just
and
the
then
two
it can
of
be
you
the woman initiating that
it. Why not?
Okay.
It's fine. It's just fine.
I think the reason why dating seems to be when a woman asks a man out on a date, it becomes like, oh, you know, out of the place is because of the way Ghanaians seem to look at dating.
Okay.
It is a non-romantic affair. You're just going out trying to get to know each other. It can be non-sexual, non-romantic and all that. So if a woman should have the courage to step up, oh, I like your vibe, Francis, why don't we go out and have dinner, have tea somewhere, just hang out? That shouldn't be a problem. But because of the way we see it, when you say, oh, I'm dating, people automatically try to make it look like you're in a
Sexual.
relationship with a person, which is not the case. It's just a date. So
Okay,
if a
so
woman
if you're
should
in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Maybe say you've been hammering that you are single, but we'll talk about that later. So imagine you have a boyfriend
Yeah.
and then maybe his friends spot you out on a date. He should understand that it's just a date.
No, for that, it should be something that you have already discussed with your partner.
Okay.
So for instance, we're in a relationship, but I want to see and get to know other people. You should have that conversation with your partner. Even though I like you romantically, I still want to get to know other people. For that, if I have had that conversation with my partner, then if his friends see me out on a date, that shouldn't be a worry to him. But me personally, if I'm connected to someone, that's it. I don't have a mind for any other
Okay,
person.
okay,
So if I'm with someone, I'm with
okay.
someone. But if there's
I
another
copy.
person
Yeah.
who wants, even though they are in a relationship with someone, they want to get to know other people. And when I say get to know other people, you are just trying to know them more. You are not having sex with them, doing all
Exactly.
those things that you would do with your partner with them. So if it's on that level, then yeah, why not?
All right. Now, Francis, I just want to find out, have you ever had a bad experience on a date with a lady before?
No. I don't think so. I've never had like a bad experience.
Okay, but then judging from maybe conversation with men, what are some of the turn-offs? Because today we just want to have that eye-opening conversation so that we know what we're doing wrong and what we're doing right.
So the first turn off that most people complain about is girls bringing their friends on a date.
A young criticism.
Ah,
Why
No,
would
I
you
would
bring
say
your-
it as it is.
Yeah,
A young
why would you
criticism.
bring your friends?
they say for security reasons.
Bullshit.
No.
Excuse
if
my
you
But
were
they have
scared-
friends.
If you were scared to come on the date, don't come at all. Why would you bring your friends? You didn't discuss it with me. Oh, maybe I'm bringing two friends because I'm
Hey,
like
two friends on a date.
People bring as much as three.
Yeah.
Wow.
People do that.
Yeah, people do that.
So that's like.
That's the biggest turn off. Like,
Okay.
why would you bring your friends on the date?
But then, now that brings me to my next question. When you're going on a date, especially a lady, because it looks like it's only more of the time, it's just the men who initiate the whole let's go on a date. Can I pick you up for dinner? Can I pick you up for lunch? So as a lady, should you know the budget of the guy before, ordering? Because some people want that, and then their taste bad all over the place. I want this, I want that, ordering this, ordering that. Should you know the person's budget, or you just say you suppress your appetite?
The thing is,
Okay.
if someone asks me out on a date, I have high taste because I know I can, if I decide to go out alone, I know the places I would go to because I know there's something there that I can afford to eat.
Yeah.
But if a guy asks me out, I will ask you, where do you want to take me? Mostly, I don't come up with, oh, take me here, take me there.
Okay.
Because what if I go and mention take me here and it's not on your budget? But if you decide to pick a place, then I know that, oh, you know the amount of money you're going to spend at this place. You know how much they charge for food and whatever. So that means your pocket is heavy enough to take me there. So mostly, if someone asks me out on a date, I don't pick the place.
You let them.
I let
guide
you pick. I just say, oh, surprise me. Take me where you want to
But
take
have
me.
you always liked their taste?
Yeah, yeah. It's not always bad.
Then I know you're kind of. Say no further. Now, Francis, on the back of getting to know the person's budgets, how do you also initiate? Because some of your gender, they love to impress. Maybe crying and show, but you find yourself on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the ladies have to suppress their taste a little.
You cannot tell me to suppress my taste.
No. Some people are all like they order like 3 different drinks, like 4 different starters.
But what do you need 3 different drinks for?
You know.
Where
so,
did you
like,
answer?
I mean, did you with you, but Oba, like, order something that you like, something reasonable.
Reasonable, that's the key word, please.
Yeah.
So those doing the watching, Francis say more order something reasonable. Yeah,
Or that some people.
Oh, sorry,
order-
I'm on Didi. Waiting for the date.
You know, drink, like take 3 different cocktails, order 4 different starters because the other cannot or pack their coffee. So what else?
Yeah.
So you know, just be reasonable with what you order. That's all I can say.
So for men, when you're going on a date, do you have like maybe a budget? Maybe I don't want to spend over 500 cities or 1,000, because as they say, kroma shit.
So what I say. Yeah. We always have a budget, but I don't know. So okay, mostly people have budgets. Yeah, could I want to spend like maybe 500 cedis for both of us. Do you get it? But sometimes,
Which is reasonable.
Yeah,
500
cedis
cities in
at a
Accra
sitting,
is reasonable.
So, you know, almost suppress your because you know.
All right. Now let's look at the location pick, because we've done the things to do and all that. But I know that the location is very key, because sometimes you might say you are taking me out. Me dressing easy. Maybe I didn't makeup, you know, you just wanted to go with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what should influence the location? And once you pick the location to Attire follows.
Yeah.
So if you can educate us, like, okay, yeah, it's an evening certain, this is where it's going to be nice. Maybe if days where you want to go on the beach, which time should it be? We have tea, but I don't know if people go for like, you know, tea dates and all that.
Yeah, people do.
I think prior to making the decision to go out on a date, you would have discussed what you like, what you don't like, things you like to eat,
Okay.
places you like to visit, places that you like to hang out at. So if I'm talking to a guy and, you know, we all express interest in the beach, for example, then we decide that maybe the guy decides that, oh, since the both of us have been talking about liking the beach so much, why don't we have our first date at the beach? Or maybe I talk about how I like to eat all the time, because I really like to eat.
Yeah, so I heard.
So obviously, if you are taking me out on a date, it should be to eat. I mean, I'm not too difficult to impress.
Okay.
I like chop, but I like fufu a lot. So if you take me somewhere, if I have expressed to you that I like fufu a lot, I would expect that if you are taking me out
to the
on a
best
date,
fufu
oh
joint
my God,
in
take
the
me
capital.
Right. So I think going out on a date mostly should be influenced by things that you have already talked about. So if it's a beach night and you decide that you're going to go in the night, some people like night beach, some people like to go during the day. I find people wearing, you know, I feel that a lot of people always try to look as comfortable as they can be. But wearing jeans and all those things to the beach, you're supposed to be free, very free at the beach. And there are so many amazing beach wears, long dresses,
Like the maxi,
very
now,
maxi, right?
Yeah.
Very nice and chic that you can put on with your nice hat, you know, to protect yourself from the sun and all of that. And even putting that much effort to step out, I think just adds to whatever it is. So if it's on the side of the guy, he sees you've come out to the beach and he sees that you are on theme. That should mean like, oh yeah, this girl really knows what she's about, right?
Yeah.
And then you are the guy, you are coming and I see you in your, you know, beach shorts and all that. I'm like, yo, this guy knows what's up. It's all part of the initial things that people do that makes you, you know, whatever conversations you've been having already, then the liking starts to come in that situation because, guy, we were dressed up, I mean like this, I'm very interested in looks. So if you step up on different dates looking very nice and according to theme, you've got me already.
Listen,
you've got me already.
Good.
And
okay.
Listen, I remember, I think about 2 years ago, and it's not just that, I go out to very nice restaurants. It's not just the usual KFCs and all that, but like a very nice, maybe 4-star, 5-star restaurant. And then you see boys there with their jeans trousers sagging and jersey shirts with sneakers. How are you going to dinner with your pants sagging in jeans? You're going to a nice restaurant where you sit there and they bring you, you know, a la carte, you know, three course menus and things, and you are wearing jeans, sagging your pants, and you are in there, bro.
They don't know. They should visit Francis' Instagram page to show me. Because Francis,
Bro.
like, you do it good. You visit his Instagram page.
Yeah.
No jokes.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you got a lot going on when it comes to the right location and all that. So with you, what influences? Is it the taste or the person that you're going out on a date with? Or how do you do it?
Yes, as she said, like it's pre-discussed. So what you like, you like Chinese, so I choose a place, or we both decide on the best Chinese place we've heard of or we've seen.
Yeah.
On like right now, everything is on like the net.
Yeah.
You hear of so many places, you see so many places, you see people going to so many places.
Okay.
So you know you have a like you have an idea of what you want.
Yeah.
Maybe you've seen a place you want to visit. So once we are talking about that, you can chip in that, like
Yeah.
make a suggestion and all that. So
Okay.
that's what influences where we want to go. And then where we want to go would also influence our, like what we put on. Because you can't go to dinner, as she said, with like a sagging pants. You have to like dress well,
Yeah.
wear like a really nice shoe. A sneaker for dinner is like some
Yeah.
way.
So what do you say they do for dinner?
Oh, maybe you wear a nice dress shoe, like a dress shirt. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to look like a little casual. You can like, you know, fold your dress shirt a little
Okay.
and then like wear a really nice sneaker.
All
You know,
right.
there are sneakers
Yes,
that go well
exactly. With casual.
like with a formal dress, which becomes like
Yeah.
a little casual.
Smart,
So
okay.
yeah, you know,
Alright.
you look the part when you are going out. You don't just like throw on anything and then,
And then you're
go
off
out.
you go.
You know, because like you go out and you see people and like you are so angry.
How could you? They okay.
Why would you
They
do
did not
that?
understand the
The
assignment. They
assignment.
never understood the assignment. All right.
that's it.
Now the big one, because a lot of girls say when we're going on a date, I expect you to come to my house, come pick me up, and we go.
Because
when
I
we're
do.
done, drop me off, and then whole opening. But Francis, do you think that if a guy doesn't pick you up when you're going on a date, it should be something that you should be so mad at?
I don't think so, but why won't I pick you up? You know?
Aww.
I would pick you up. Like, you know, we discuss all these things. So I know, oh, maybe I'm not closing from work like quite early
Yeah.
or something. So maybe you'll meet me there. I'll order an Uber for you, or you pick an Uber. I'll pay, or what. We discuss all these things. But if I'm free, I'll come pick you up. Why not?
And when, after the date, because some men, it's their rule. No matter where you live, they make sure they will drop
Yes,
you off before they go.
even
Because
with my friends.
as you're going, that's when maybe you could talk conversation. Did you enjoy the dates? Catch up.
Exactly.
Maybe you might get a kiss. You never know. But when you just part ways, just like that, I feel
Yeah.
like how would you know she got home safely?
Yes. So even with my friends,
Yeah.
when we go out, I make sure I drop everyone in their houses before I go home. Like, because I want to know everyone is safe. Everyone is. So I make sure I drop everyone home. Even if I won't go home, maybe we'll go to one friend's place to sleep there, and then maybe the next morning something. But I make sure I will drop you home, so I know you are safe before I leave.
Safety first.
And that just shows the kind of man you are if you do
Yeah.
that, because security is very important.
Very important.
And women love security. Women want security in a man. So if on a first date you pick me up and then you bring me back home, make sure I am indoors before you leave, that's like a very good first impression. Like, oh yeah, this guy, he's really thoughtful, he wants me to be safe and all that. That's a good first point for you, like 10 marks then on in my
Check.
books. Check.
All right.
Right? So yeah,
Okay.
very important.
So you're still watching Moans and Cuddles, but as my guest stated, Francis and Z, it's good to pick the person up and all that. But ladies, it's all about communication. Maybe he's running late, you're running late. You can still take the lead, and you just wait after the dinner or after the date, and he doesn't pick you up, and you know he's acting up. Then you can make a whole fuss about it. But you shouldn't just ruin the first day just because maybe he said you should meet him up or anything. So you're still watching Moans and Cuddles. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, the show continues. Welcome back. This is Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV with Paula Amma Broni. We're still discussing the do's and don'ts on a date, and I know you're taking notes, right? Because you don't want to get it wrong. Now, let's move quick to the discovery box. Now, lady and gentlemen, so Z, we've got here some interesting questions, and as we always do, we expect our guests to give us honest answers. So I'm going to start with Francis. You're going to pick one, and then you're going to give us an answer to it. So you're going to read out to our viewers. What you got in there?
Would you stay or leave if your date isn't what you expected?
Gang.
I think I'll stay.
You stay.
Yeah.
Reason?
And then I don't want to be like disrespectful, at least. I stay for that date. If maybe the person is not what I expected, but like the person is good, like company or something. So I would stay. If I still don't like the person after the date, I like, then maybe I ghost. But
hey,
I
ghost and them with Charlie. Z, that will ghost you. Okay, now let me move to Z and let her pick. You got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick that.
What you got in there?
Ooh. Oh my God.
What's it?
Have you contemplated on sex on a first date, and are you down for it? Listen, if it is somebody that I have had a crush on, you know, before you go out with someone, you've had some really good vibes, like both of you really dig each other, even before meeting on the first date.
Yeah.
So yes, if I'm really digging you, and we go out on the first date and it is an absolutely perfect date, I'm down for it.
Energy. Now that brings me to the question. I know you have a crush on Kim Promise.
I do. It's not a crush. He's my husband. Why are you making it look like it's not
boy,
official?
boy.
He's proposed and all
Hey.
with a rubber ring.
Oh my God. Z will kill me. Z is so obsessed about Kim Promise. I don't know how it is.
I
But
don't even know myself.
Charlie,
But I'm obsessed with him.
but he's a fine guy.
He
I don't
is.
blame you, you know. Okay,
Wifey.
okay.
Yes.
Wifey. Now let's go to, because in our certain, like in Ghana, when you go on a date, some people think, oh, it's just the sole responsibility of the guy to cater for all the bills. Some people too say it's a 50-50 thing. What do you suggest?
I think it should be discussed.
Discuss.
Yeah. Maybe we are going Dutch on the bill, or I'm catering for the bill. But when someone invites me out, I go with my cash.
You never
Just
know.
In
case.
Yes. And then mostly I offer to like pay part of the bill. Maybe we split or something, or maybe I'm paying like the whole thing. But so I think you should have some cash on you, and also it should be discussed prior to the date.
Okay.
Mr. Francis, no discussion. There should be absolutely no discussion. If you are a guy and you ask me out on a date, you are paying, my dear.
If you're a girl and you ask me out on a
And
date,
if you're a girl and you ask the guy out on a date, you're paying. I feel like it should be whoever it is that requests for the date should pay.
Yeah.
And if you
I
get
will
there,
pay,
yes.
But like, you know, some people, I don't know, but when I ask you out on a date,
Yes.
I am actually coming to pay. I'll cater for like.
Yes, but that
your
doesn't
food
mean that, ladies, if you know
don't
the
go
guy,
with-
yes, don't go empty-handed.
No.
I always go on a date with what I call the anger money.
In case you get angry. And
I
you
get
want
So
angry.
see,
Like-
I'm not the only one in this.
No.
thing.
I go on a date with anger money because I know how
Some
little
people-
things make me angry. So I will not go. If, for instance, if let's say on that date, you're coming from work and we decided we're going to meet at the spot, and I get there before you because I always try to be on time. So what if I get there before you and then I'm seated, I'm ordering drinks, and probably you're in the office somewhere and something comes up and it
Then
turns
you
out
don't
that you
show
can
up.
show up.
That is,
How would you pay
yeah.
for it?
How would you
True.
pay for your drink?
Always have your emergency money. on
Right?
the
You
side.
need to always have emergency money no matter what. Even if you know you're like cocksure that this person is going to
paying,
pay,
yeah.
just have something on you just in
Alright.
case anything can happen. The person can decide not to show up. You may have eaten, the person may have lost his or her wallet.
Never know.
You never know. So you should always be able to step up
Alright.
in situations
Alright.
like that.
Now let me just add that I don't know why, but then all the guys I've met, they are always up for, I want to pay the bill. Even when you want to do, like, wait, what are you doing? Put it aside. So what I also do is that I can call you randomly. I want to take you out for drinks, bills on me. I want to take you out for dinner, bills on me. So that I know I told you bills on me. Like, let's go grab a burger, bills on me. Because the moment he asks me on a date and I go, I try to take my, like, wait, what are you trying to do? There are some men who will not let you do the 50-50 or all that. So, ladies, what we can also do is to, sometimes just, if you know that you don't have the money to take him to that 5-star restaurant or anything, drinks always do. As I said, let's just talk over drinks. And
One
then
beer bottle and he's okay.
some men quite don't ask for anything. And in the club bar could be, we are good to go.
It's the club for me.
It's a club. Hi. So let's continue the discussion. Now, we earlier we talked about satisfying your suppressing your appetite, but then sometimes you go on a date and maybe there's something nice on there and then you just want to pick. As a woman or as a man, should you say, oh, maybe he might think I'm being too expensive or whatever, so I shouldn't just order it? Because with me, I think I will order once maybe I have money to. I'll look at it. Maybe if it's a 250, I'm like, okay, I don't know if he's got that, but once I got money in my wallet, I'll order for it and not be like, because it's a date, I want to enjoy it. What if that is what I'm craving for?
Right.
I think I'll go for it. I'll not
Exactly.
suppress it on that instant.
And then even if the person told you they are paying, you don't know their budget, you can, like, what do you think about this? Like food, or what do you think about this on the menu?
Yeah.
Like, you can do that and know if, maybe I think it's too expensive, it's way out of my budget. Like, communication always like sorts everything out.
Exactly.
So not necessarily that you have to like take money out of your pocket. Maybe the person's budget is like way bigger, So you just ask, what do you think about this? I want to have this. What do you think about it? Oh, maybe it's way out of my budget. I have money on me.
Francis, I can imagine the number of guys who will be honest enough to say, sis, and where dear,
Right, I get you.
I can imagine.
I know what
maybe they might let you order once the conversation is going. They text a friend, Charlie, send me
Sort me
500.
out.
I'll go pay you back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the men from this side put too much pressure on themselves.
Actually.
Guy, you put too much pressure on yourselves. I know from afar you are talking to this person. On social media, we are all living this fake, bougie lifestyle. You see me, you see the places that I go to, you see the kind of things that I wear, you see the stuff that I have. So you think that, this person has really high taste, so I must impress. Meanwhile, on that particular day, that lady is just really looking forward to eating some kokontebi. Right? But then in your mind, like, I really want to impress this girl because, from what I've seen on social media, from the way she's talking, it looks like she would want some Kempinski meal, she would want some buffet, she would want to go to, East End Bistro or someplace like that, But it's really not that deep.
All right. Now, before we wrap up the conversation, I just want you to throw in, as you stated, the discussion was the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Based on your experience, what you've met with people, just someone listening or watching us, what would your advice be to them when they're going on a date? I'm going to start with you, Francis.
Okay, so I would advise you to dress well, smell good. Personal hygiene. One thing I've noticed is that boys don't take our personal hygiene seriously because we are boys. Like, simply because we are boys. So they think like
a man must be fearful and ugly. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
You have to look good. Obi Joe girl, but it's these things that you smell good. You can't go out with a girl and have some funny smell. Like, try as much as like to look good, to smell good, like take your personal hygiene seriously, like clean shave, like shave your hair, like trim your hair, brush your teeth.
Okay.
Use a deodorant. People don't do that. Like, you meet people and it's like bad. So these things count. These are the basic things we overlook. like forget the money you have and all, but these little things to like, you know, count. So I think we should take our personal hygiene seriously.
Man, you heard Francis said, do take your personal hygiene serious, because ladies, we're looking. Don't think we are not looking or we are not watching. We put all that in, because you go on a date and then later you meet your friend and like, the guy passed some shoe beer he was wearing, a bungalow shoe beer. No. We look at that too. We will mark you that. So, Z.
Yes,
final
for me,
words.
for the ladies, I think a lot of us are getting the whole dating scene wrong. And I think it's time for us to actually put a lot of effort into it. Go as you, do not carry your friends on a date. If it's security reasons, let the guy come pick you up and take you back home. And the security reason is sorted. Yeah. If you say I'm bringing my friends, because no, it is you going to know the person, not you and your friends. If it's for the sake of security, like I mentioned earlier, make sure he comes pick you up and then he takes you home, and that security is sorted. And with the guys, please show up with a lot of effort. We the girls, we put in a lot of effort. So you guys should also show up, making us look that, yes, you really took this date seriously. Don't just come up looking with slippers or with something. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Please also show us that you're putting it a lot of effort. And I think these little things, like Francis clearly said, just it comes together to start a beautiful relationship.
All
So
right.
yeah, that's what I have to say.
Well, if I'll add my 2 cents, I would say if you don't want to give it up on a first date, ladies, you can still close it up. Yeah, because some people maybe they come in, they'll never show up, they'll ghost you. That's the word. They will ghost you. So if you're not in for it and he wants to be also touchy and, you know, let's do the sex on the first date thing, let your no be your no, unless maybe you got the vibe and you want to do it. That's your personal decision. Yeah. And I would say always have some cash on you, ladies. You never know. Maybe the person will upset you and now you're thinking, where am I going to get money to? That's why you stay throughout the whole boring date. So always have cash on you. You never know. You never know. I must say special thanks to you, Z, for gracing my set, and Francis. You said you're going to tell me the Bam Daily thing, so tell me. I think I forgot. Don't try me.
Okay. So I didn't know Bamdele was a name. It was like my favorite song for some time by Asha.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was my favorite song, and I like got to know it was a name. It wasn't my name. I just used it as my handle, and then people started calling me Bamdele.
All
and
right.
then, like now it's
You
like
like it.
official, or something like that.
Please put out your official social media handles. On that note.
You can find me on Instagram at zisahak, which is ZEE_ISSAHK. On Facebook, my notorious ass is over there, Zainatu Erebon Isahak. And on Twitter, Zainat_Isahak.
Okay.
And my you can find me on Instagram at Bamidele__GH.
Okay.
On Facebook, Francis Asong Boateng, and then on Twitter as Kwesi Asong.
All right. Do get interactive with them. They got really nice content on their social media platforms. And remember, the name is Paula Amma Broni. It was a pleasure doing today's discussion with you. We'll be back again with yet another exciting conversation.